Hi, it's Sean Kenny, again, still. This is my second video, which I think means that it's now a series. At least that's what I keep telling myself. I'm in Pittsburgh. I'm working on my railroad project that is going to get built if I have to swing the hammer myself to make it happen. So, a couple days, been here in Pittsburgh, working the project, meeting with our neighbors, talking with some people about how to keep moving this project forward. You like to think that, or we get so accustomed to having something we're working on, and we think, oh, well, this will take a couple hours, maybe a day or two, and you think, I really like this project, I'm going to work on it, and then it gets done. And there's a beginning and a middle and an end to that process. And I think that's true in writing. You start someplace, you follow it through, you get someplace at the end, and there's a destination. And that process may take a couple weeks or it may take a couple months, but you work through that process. I see that a lot with painters. A painter will start something on a blank canvas, and then they follow that process through. My railroad project that I'm working on, I've been working on at least for a year and a half. We started this process by writing a grant last February for the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, PennDOT, to help us rehabilitate and construct new rail. About 1.5 miles of rail when you get all done with it. Like I said, it's $1.5 million project, and the state of Pennsylvania awarded us a $644,000 grant to help with that project. Now, it would be simple to say, oh, well, we're going to get this done this week or next month, but it's not. There's several months of engineering. You have to work with your neighbors to make sure that they still have access to their business. Everything moves at the railroad's pace. So our project has already been worked on for a year and a half. And all we have are line drawings on a Google map, a grant for $644,000, and some really, really good ideas brought to the table by a really good team of people who are very committed to making this work and make this happen. And that's a year and a half. We haven't broken ground. We don't have engineering drawings. We, like I said, just have a plan and a vision of where we're going with this and what it's going to look like when we get done. It may be another year and a half. It may be even longer, depending on the market and what happens and how it all plays out. So it's easy to get discouraged with that. I'm used to, like I said, sitting down, writing something, beginning, end, process, done. So that's not how this is working. There's a beginning, and I still feel like we're in the beginning, even though we've been doing it a year and a half. I'm not even sure what the middle would look like at this point. And with something like the railroad, I'm not even sure there's an end to that, because you want it to be an ongoing, viable, living, breathing entity that goes on after you leave that project. This railroad goes in, it's going to employ people for another 50 years. Ideally, there'll be traffic still coming up and down that rail, moving freight, moving steel, moving sand, gravel, rock, pipes, and there'll be people working, offloading that material, loading it, building it, using it, building new buildings, building new railroads, building new infrastructure, and using it in new ways that we can't even see. And employing people in the community whose grandparents over 100 years ago laid the first set of track on this same property. And it will be here 50 years or 100 years from now if we take care of it and do what needs to be done. I think that's really powerful. So I don't know if it's so much I'll see the end, because it should go on. If it's taken care of, if it's maintained, if people are committed to it, it's going to go on long after I leave Aliquippa, Pennsylvania to go do something else. And I love that. I love it. My name's not going to be on a plaque. I'm not going to get some big medal. There's not going to be anything like that. But I know that I'm contributing to the betterment of this business, to the betterment of the city of Aliquippa, to the betterment of the people who live in Aliquippa, to the betterment of people at the other end of the rail line who I will never know the names of or never meet, who are going to make something, put it on a train, and have that train move it from point A to Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, and offload it. And they'll offload it off the train, they'll put it on a truck, they'll move it someplace else, somebody else will take it off that truck, and they'll use it to build something or make something at that end. I just think that's amazing. I think it's incredible. And I'm just really glad to be a part of it, even on days or weeks like this week where I don't feel like we've gotten anywhere. I have to take a step back, look way out in the future, and imagine what's possible. And then do my part to contribute to the success. Not everybody has an opportunity to do something like that. So no matter what happens at this point, or how it gets handed off or moves forward, I'm just really excited to have been a part of it up to this point, up to this moment. I'm really excited about being a part of it tomorrow and the day after, for however long it takes to get from the beginning to the middle to whatever that end is. Thanks for watching.